Guys, welcome to the Wednesday Cardone University Cardone On Demand Mastermind call. We're coming to you live from the 305.
That was nice.
You guys like that? That's the thing we do down here. So guys, welcome. This is Wednesday. We come here to you live. That way we can help you solve any type of problems you're having, challenges in your business. We got thousands of people using Cardone University, winning with it. Man, massive success. Always, Rob, you know, every day, flooding in, man.
Ooh.
God, it's so good. It's so good to see so many people doing like really well.
Yeah.
And, that's why I love hearing from everybody. So if you guys want to call in, we're going to handle any type of questions that you have, any problems. I got a couple questions here too, because I got people who reach out to me. And that's the point of the show, guys. When you're on CardoneUniversity.com, it's a massive program that is designed to take you to an elite level. So what we want to talk about right now is how to be explosive in sales. And so if you want to call in, the number is 305-865-8668. That number again, 305-865-8668. And I'm going to handle any type of problems, any challenges that you're having inside your business. And then we're going to show you how to master it using Grant Cardone's material from CardoneUniversity.com. So guys, call in. We'd love to hear from you. Man, the one thing that I keep hearing everybody talking about is, it's end of the year. And that's what everybody's doing, man. They're talking about, hey, we're going to wait. We're going to put it off. Rob, you have anybody trying to tell you that right now?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's doing.
We're going to wait till January.
Yeah, we're going to wait till January.
60 days out.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. Oh.
Let me wait till I do my New Year's goals to make a decision.
Sure, you go ahead and wait. I'm going to tell you it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, it is what we want to do is we want to be able to handle it. So, with Cardone University, there are very specific things that we want to teach you, okay? There's a lot of different content inside the program. You might be wondering, hey, what do I do every single day to be successful with the program? Well, let's start with how you become successful. Number one, 6 segments every single day in the program. Number 2, it's, what content do I watch? Okay, now I want to get into that a little bit because when we talk about being explosive in sales, you want to actually know, this is something Grant talks about. You want to know, KNOW, what you're doing. If you knew what you were doing every single day, you guys would have a lot better opportunity to close deals, okay? If you knew what to do every single day, you would make the prospecting call, okay? So this is where Cardone University is going to give you more certainty. It's going to give you more things to use, more word tracks, more training. And look, if you knew everything that was going to happen inside the sales process, if you knew how to answer and handle the objections that you were getting every single day, dude, you probably want to get in front of more people. What do you think, Rob? You think if if I knew that every time I swung the bat, I was going to have a pretty good chance of hitting the ball, maybe even getting a home run, you think yeah.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Dude, I would step up to the plate a lot more. That's what this program is about. So, number one, 6 segments every single day inside the program is going to build that consistency. Now, if you guys have any questions or any problems, anything that you're having right now, call in to 305-865-8668. I'm going to handle it for you right now. So one of the things you want to take a look at inside the program, I want you to show this, Rob. So
Sure.
Objections right now are happening. It's end of the year. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to push. Christmas is going on.
Santa Claus.
What else, man? Santa Claus. Rudolph, dude. All these objections. Look,
ball dropping in New York.
The ball's dropping. Look, all the different objections. Look, you're going to get them. You get them every single year. So there's 2 things, theory and there's word tracks. Theory and word tracks. So when you look at this, I'm going to go inside theory of closing, and there's closing strategies. Now, what I want to look at first, because, here's the reality, man. I can give you guys all of Grant's best word tracks. I can give you you can buy his rebuttal book. You can have all of the best rebuttals. Okay, but if you guys don't do this theory of closing part, if you don't understand the theory behind it, whenever you give the word track, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You're like, oh man, I don't know if I should have said that.
Oops.
Right? So what I want to do is I want to click inside theory of closing. So that way you can go in, you can understand, and even for veteran salespeople, we've got veteran sales guys. I've been working with Grant for 4 years. I got guys who've been in the business that they're in for 20 years. Okay. They'll give a call up there and say, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years. never seen anything that talked about this topic the way Grant Cardone talked about it inside Cardone University. So this is, I'm telling you, for veteran salespeople, for new salespeople, this is how you get explosive in sales. You build more confidence. You have more motivation. You'll do that if you understand it better. So theory of closing the deal. There's 11 segments just inside this part of the program. Inside the 10 reasons closers fail. Look, if I don't know, KNOW, if I don't know what the mistakes are, then I'm not going to be able to actually handle any of the objections. I'm not going to be able to use the word tracks. Okay, so, when you go get your driver's license, look, they tell you everything that you don't need to do, right? If I knew that I can't hit the orange cones, if I knew that I can't run into people, if I knew that I had to stop at red lights, man, I do it. That's how I got my license. For salespeople, look, you got to know the rules. You got to know the mistakes. So, Rob, if you want to show this part right here, the second piece is not just going to be the theory, but now I'm going to start diving into closing strategies.
I spent a lot of time on the closing strategies.
Yeah. And how often have you been through this program where you went back through, you've seen it multiple times?
I mean, I went through 90 days just focusing on the closing strategies because for me, that was kind of my weaker spot.
Yep.
And every time that I went through it, I'd pick up something new.
Right.
The stall closes are great. Stall and time and money, those three.
Well, and those are all the things that people are getting right now, right?
That's what's happening.
Yeah. So I mean, what are they doing whenever they're talking about? Oh, well, Christmas is coming up, so I don't know if we have the budget for it right now. What is that? It's a money close. It's a money objection. It's a money objection. There's 45 different ways to handle customers who have money objections, right? And so you want to figure out the ones that work best for you. Now, there's 45 different ways to handle the money objections. So you want to be able to master. I started with 5. I got really good at 5. I just made those my stable things. Dude, I think in some situations I was dropping, proper word tracks that maybe they didn't even match up, but, but dude, I knew them so well. I just felt good about them. And that's what you should do. You should be able to actually practice, drill them, rehearse them. So you watch it one time, you're not going to get it. That's why these courses are quick and fast. That's why they're quick little 30-second clips of Grant saying, hey, here's exactly what's going to happen. Here's what you say. Okay, here's what you want to do when you handle this. Okay, now I want you to go back into this, Rob, and show them what I'm looking at here. So time closes and stall closes. That is what is happening right now. What is this? We are going to wait. Okay, I'm going to go into time closes right here. Now there are 9. What I would do is I would actually mix a couple of these together. Okay, so somebody says, hey, we're going to wait until after the holidays. Okay, what do I want to do right there? Okay, what's the first rule of selling?
Always agree.
That's right.
Dude, I love the sooner or later close.
That's right. I love that one because it's easy and it's very good. Grant used that one on me the other day. So what you want to do is, look, you want to agree, right? And so I'm going to agree. Hey, that's a perfect idea. That's excellent. That sounds like a great idea. And then what I want to do is I want to use one of these. I like using the future date close. Okay, the future date close is right inside here. I'm actually going to click into it. That way you can see what this segment looks like. So when you go inside here, guys, there's 2 different segments that are matched up inside here. So number 1, it's going to give you a quick word track. And then it's going to give you a fast virtual explanation of how to use it, what to do when you do use it, what to be expected. And so when you have this type of knowledge and this type of skill for closing a deal or handling an objection, how much better are you going to feel about asking for the business right now and making sense of it right now and actually being able to tell somebody, hey, look, man, there would not be a better time to do this than right now. So the 2 closes I like to use from the time, future date close. I'm going to agree with them. Excellent. Hey, Rob, you should wait, man. I think wait until after Christmas would be a really good idea. Hey, let me ask you this. Could I get your commitment today that you're going to do this with me after Christmas when things unwind, you guys are ready to gear up for 2017? Okay, I'm asking for a future date close. I agreed with them. I said, hey, dude, that'd be excellent. Hey, let's wait. That's a good idea.
I think a lot of the objections too, and you could agree or not or tell me on this, but I feel like it's a reactionary thing that's just like an automatic thing that they just say.
Exactly.
And that future date thing gets them to think like, oh, well, maybe I should do it now. Why would I wait,
Exactly. Guys trying to tell you that, hey, look, we're landscaping company, right? Hey, we're going to put this off until after the holidays. Really? Really, you're gonna put this off till after the holidays, after all of the one time of the year you have all the family over, you're gonna allow your home to look like garbage. Okay, that's not even real. That's not even real. So what I want you to think with is it's just a reactionary response. Okay, I had Jason, from Tree Pros. He said, "Hey, look, man, I got a bunch of people trying to wait until after the holidays." So what I want you to do is look, hey, agree with them. Okay. They're right. It would be better to wait until after the holidays, man. That's an awesome idea. That's an excellent idea. Okay, good for you. Okay, not good for what your home looks like. Okay. So that's why you got to be able to handle this, right? So I'm going to ask for the future date. Excellent. Hey, Rob, I think wait till after Christmas would be perfect. Could I get a commitment from you that you're going to do this with me after Christmas when you're ready for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Excellent, man. So you're going to do this soon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hey, now I'm going to match this up with the sooner or later close. I'm going to say, hey, look, excellent. Sir, look. You're going to do this sooner or later, okay? The reality is that you're going to do this with me at some point in the future, okay? And you and I both know that as a homeowner, okay, it would make most sense to do it sooner rather than later. Look, let's do this now so that way you can have it done. You can have it done while you're having your family over for the Christmas, okay? You can have it done. That way your home looks excellent while your family comes over this month.
You can totally put mulch down when it's snowing.
Exactly.
You can do it.
Exactly. No, they're from Arizona. They probably don't even get the snow. Right? So what you want to do is you want to actually use those to partner up. And so if you can learn 3, 4, 5, 6 different closes for your business and what you do, Grant's giving you the word tracks, then you can actually wrap them in there. And so you can start using 2, 3, 4, 5 different ones. I'm going to take a question. I got Nick. He's calling from Pennsylvania.
What's going on, Steve?
Nick, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Hey, yeah, so I'm a real estate agent, so you guys were just talking about that. It's kind of cool. But so it's along the same lines, but, I'm running into, I'm getting on a lot of appointments, getting on a lot of listing presentations, getting out there doing a bang-up job, but I'm not walking away. It's hard to walk away with the listing on the spot. It's just a difficult task. At least I'm finding it that way, especially maybe they're meeting with other agents. Maybe I'm the first one, maybe I'm the second one. Maybe I'm the last one. If I'm the last one, sometimes I do walk out with it. But it's difficult to and then you end up, whoever ends up quoting the highest price ends up walking out with the listing, which I don't always like to do that because it's not always.
I make sense of it, right? Yeah. So what I want to do is I want to make sense of it. So a lot of what you're going to see inside the program of what Grant's going to train you is he's going to be talking about, hey, look, hey, let me ask you this, sir. I know you probably want to get the best deal. You want to get the best opportunity. Hey, let me ask you this. If the price were the same, who would you rather do business with?
Yeah.
Okay. Because what I want to find.
Get to that point. It's just tough to get to that point.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
That objection.
Okay.
Until after they've met with the other one and they quoted them higher, and you're like, and you're on the outside looking in. So.
Dude, I always quote a higher price. Okay, because I know that if it's a higher price, there's probably better value there somewhere. Right? And so they're probably thinking exactly the same thing. So a professional salesperson is going to be able to figure out, hey, why is he a higher price? Why is what they have, it actually perks them up a little bit, right? I know my deal is a lot better than everybody else that's out there. I know that, okay? But what I want to do is I want to be able to find out what the real objection is. So the objection that's going to hurt you the most is the one that you probably never hear. Okay, sure. You learn that from Grant's Mastering Objections, and that's what you're going to learn inside the program right here, inside the theory of closing. So what happens is that, look, here's what happens. This is where when you guys send me messages about objections, because I'll get this objection. I'll get the, hey, we're looking for somebody else. But the biggest problem that I notice is that nobody even knows where they're getting this objection at. So they don't understand the theory, the mechanics behind what's happening. That's why Cardone University is so important, because it elevates your sales skill and knowledge so that way you can understand what is going on. So when somebody drops an objection from me trying to get a listing, right, that's a little bit different than them using that same objection but in the close for me actually doing the listing, right? So what I might ask him, Nick, is I would say this. Hey, totally understand you want to shop around, get the best price, best deal to sell your property. Hey, what was the objection? What was the objection?
You asking?
What was the objection? I'm going to use your word track. This is what I want you guys to take away from this. What was your exact word track that they give you?
Well, I don't actually get it because they end up just listing with somebody else at a higher price.
Okay, what would they say? If they were going to give you an objection, what would they say?
Well, in the actual presentation, well, they just be, hey, well, we're looking at other people still. We haven't
Excellent. Hey,
them appointments yet. So
excellent. Hey, sir, that's perfect. And hey, as a real estate advisor, I would advise you to check with other people. That way, for sure you're getting the best deal. But that you looking for the best deal on commission wouldn't keep you from looking at what I have today, would it? Okay, what's he going to do? Yeah, okay, good, I'll look at it. Excellent. Now I'm in the presentation. Now this is where I've got to show somebody value in what I do that's different than everybody else that's out there. Okay, I know real estate agents that I would pay twice the price, the commission, because of how they operate. Okay, but I can feel it when they talk to me. And so their sales skills, they're actually on Cardone University. I use them. I talk to them, right? And so this is what I want you to understand, Nick. Whenever you have those objections, I want you to figure out where you're getting them at. If you're getting them inside the sales presentation, find it inside the program, and that's where you want to handle it. Because you might get that same objection, but if it comes from a different place, the way you handle it's going to be a little bit different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. It's obviously there's different challenges with every client, every situation. So walking out of there. Walking out of there and thinking you have it, but don't have enough. If you don't have ink on the paper, sometimes you don't have.
Yeah, and here's what I would think. Follow up is going to be follow up is going to be the greatest sales secret of all time. If you use the follow up tool inside the program, then they're going to know, hey, dude, I'm dealing with the real pro. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm dealing with a real pro. That's why Grant put together. Let me show this to you, Rob. Yep. So I'm going to go through. And when I click inside the follow-up tool, what this looks like, guys, is it pops up. It says, hey, it's time to follow up. Pick a day. Now, this is what I want you to understand, Nick. On the first call,
you ready to follow up?
Okay, on the first call, you got a 2% chance of closing the deal. Okay, on average. On average, there's a 2% chance of closing the deal on the first call. So what happens is that they're probably not going to do it, right? Now, this is why Grant created the follow-up tool. But you've got to use this the right way. It was created this way for a specific reason. So what do I do on day 0? What do I do after, 10 minutes after I leave the property? What happens on day 1 follow-up, day 2 follow-up? And so when you click inside this part of the program, it's going to say this. It's going to say, hey, day 3. It's going to say, hey, day 1. It's going to say, hey, what do you do? So what am I doing on day 1? I'm actually calling the guy back. I'm saying, hey, Nick, man, hey, appreciate the time meeting with you yesterday. I ran across something that I forgot. I thought it'd be extremely valuable for you to see. Do you have a couple minutes? Okay, why am I doing that? I'm trying to get some more. I'm trying to buy some more time with them. I'm trying to figure out, hey, what else did I miss where I can help this guy out? Okay, so Nick, I hope that helped you out. I'm going to take Michael from Texas. Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Going well.
Good, man.
My question is, I'm struggling on taking massive action. And my question is, I've watched the video on that section of taking massive action.
Uh-huh.
I'm still kind of struggling to do it. And my question is, what did you do whenever you were kind of starting out in order to take massive action? What got you going?
Dude, hey, thank you, Michael, for calling in. Dude, this is a huge problem for most people, and even people who operate at high levels. They're trying to figure out, hey, how do I keep punching every single day? And how do I actually keep jamming every single day? And then how do I jam even more? And this is one of the hardest things. This is the exact reason. Okay, this is the very exact reason Grant created the 100 ways to stay motivated, because, dude, the motivation thing, it's something that has to happen every single day. I personally use 100 ways to stay motivated every single day, okay? It reminds me every day of why I'm going in and why I'm pushing. It's like one little simple reminder of, hey, what am I doing today? Why am I pushing this hard? So the way that I applied massive action was I got better at what I was doing. I started learning this theory part of the program. I started studying the sales process. I started mastering phones. I started figuring out follow-up, because what happens when you have a stronger knowledge, when you have that KNOW that Grant talks about, the actual knowledge of what to do, dude, you just want to do it all the time. You feel better about doing it. If I knew that I was going to win, I would play more games. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what's the hardest part about your job?
Really setting the appointment and getting someone's attention for 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, good. So are you doing cold calls or are you doing warm calls?
Cold calls.
Excellent. I love that. So what I want to do is I want to show you guys this, okay? This is what I do. This is what I do every day. So I go into master the cold call. Okay? I go into master the cold call. Now, I want to master the theory part. It's extremely important for me to understand the basics, the types of calls, preparing for the call, and it's important for me to continue to go back. And then I'm going to tell you what, there's definitely one challenge that always is there every single time I make the call. It's getting past the gatekeeper. Guys, you got to keep going through that content. You got to keep going through it because it is a reminder every day, and that increases your knowledge because when you go back through it, you're going to understand it different this time than you did last time and the time before. And as you're continuing to grow, dude, LeBron James still shoots the same free throw. Okay? He understands it different now than he did when he was 5 years old. Okay? It's a different free throw. Okay, but now he's mastered the skill, right? So he's trying to perfect everything. And then what I also pay attention to is, okay, well, how often do I get objections? Every single time I call. Okay, so if I make 100 phone calls per day, I get 15, 20, 30 people on the phones every single day. I know there's 30 objections every single day. Okay, how often should I actually watch this? How often should I train? Okay, how often did Michael Jordan train? Okay. Ask him how often he was handling objections to the rim until he actually knew what he was doing, and then he was just dunking on everybody, okay? And that's what I want you guys to understand that Cardone University does for you, but it requires that you get and build the muscle. And so I'll tell you, Michael, dude, the one thing that I did was I studied more than anybody else out there. And that was what kept me pushing. That was what kept me making more phone calls, and that's what made me feel a lot better about making that. So, man, I hope that helped you out. Stay in there, and reach out to me personally, man. Let me know what troubles you're having. Would love to help you out.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much.
All right, brother. All right, take care, man. Hey, guys, I got Andrew from Virginia. He's calling in. Andrew, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going here, Steve?
Oh, man, it's going awesome. Hey, what programs of grants do you have right now?
I'm on Cardone University.
Excellent. Have you signed up for the lifetime program that we're running right now?
No, I need to close a couple more deals so we can actually afford it.
Is that the only thing that's keeping you from doing the lifetime is just closing a couple extra deals?
Yeah, we need to close more deals.
Okay,
so
excellent.
Close more deals if we can afford it. I'll be game to sign up for lifetime.
My man. Hey, but you're definitely going to do it with us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the stuff I've done, I've learned about 80% of the stuff I've done. I'm doing now. I've learned from Cardone.
Dude, I love that. Hey, so what I want to ask, man, is that look, you're gonna do it. You're definitely gonna do it sooner or later. What I would do is I would take advantage right now.
Okay.
Dude, invest the $5,000. Dude, we'll give you the $9.95 credit. So it's $4,001. We'll drop it in there, dude. Get you lifetime access. Because how long are you going to be in business?
Probably the rest of my life.
My man. What's your question?
Well, question is, so I'm doing the calls every day. So you tend to run into the, we already have that, right? It's like a broken record. You make so many calls every day. You pretty much hear the same thing all the time. And it's like I tend to be stuck there. I'll say, well, hey, that's awesome. Hey, we still have to leave our information in the event anything happens to change for you guys. They go, no, we're fine. We've been in business. We've been with these guys for 10, 15 years. We're not going to make any changes.
Excellent. Hey,
I still leave our info.
Let me ask you this. I've been following up with you, Andrew. I've been following up with you guys for a long time. I know you guys have current clients right now that you've been working with for 10 or 15 years. I knew that. Okay, I knew that before I gave a call. But let me ask you this. Okay, that wouldn't keep you from looking at what I have if it were to improve your situation, would it? Okay, that's what I want to ask. You want to ask that, man. Just use that material. This is what you're going to find inside Cardone University. You're going to find that grant tells you, hey, look, use what they're giving you. They're telling you, hey, we already do business with somebody else. Hey, sir, that's exactly why I gave you a call. Actually, 100% of my clients use somebody else before they use me, man. So that's why I'm actually giving you a call. What I wanted to do is show you why they thought it would be smart to use our services. Some use it in addition to what they're doing now, and some thought that we would be the best overall company for them to use, period. Okay? Now, you currently using somebody else wouldn't keep you from looking at what I have, would it?
Okay.
No.
Okay? So then you slightly drop the mic on them like that because you just handled their objection.
Right. And that's awesome. And sometimes I get through, I'm able to maybe even schedule a meeting with them, which is awesome because that's exactly where I want to get to.
Perfect.
However, this is my second question. Once I'm there and we're in person and we're making the pitch, how can we increase the chances of closing at that moment? And I mean, I'm studying closing. I'm studying the closing material, sell or be sold. Going back to Cardone University, I'm doing it all, and I'm pumped. Attitude is
I love
$1 million attitude. You name it, right? I'm there, and it's just like we're there, and I know we have the service to solve the problems that they need.
Right.
And I present the information, and I gave them the quote, and then they say, okay, well, we're gonna run this by our boss because they're not in right now, kind of a deal, and then we follow up again. We decided not to do that. That happened to us today. We decided not to do it. We just kind of want to wait. Whatever the reason is.
Yeah.
Right?
So that happens all the time. So basically what happens is that you're dealing with people who are not the actual decision maker.
Right.
Okay. So what you want to do is you want to figure out from the very beginning. I always figure out what the organizational board is. Okay. Now, when you go inside sales process, I'm gonna click inside here. Okay. I click inside sales process. This is where you want to match up. What a lot of times I'll listen to people's presentations and I'll be like, bro, you think that's gonna get you a deal? So what I want you to do is I really want you to take a look at what you're doing. I want you to go back through this. Okay. I want you to match up everything. Okay. Because it sounds like you're doing awesome getting the appointment, which is most people's hardest part. Now, the next part is this. Go through, match up the fact-finding questions, because if they're already doing business with somebody else, you want to find out, hey, how do you like to do business? What could we change? What would be the ways that, look, if we could solve a problem for you, we would be able to come in and actually, take over what your current provider is doing right now. So there's a lot of really in-depth training inside there that's going to increase your reality on that. And then it literally tells you inside the program how to flip it. So the presentation part is about, hey, how do I take everything they just gave me and pitch them the way they like to be pitched? And that's where it's going to be able to come. So here's what I would do. Now, when you're moving into those fact-finding questions, when you're actually in the trial closing questions and you gave them the proposal, you gave them your deal, and now you're asking them, you're saying, hey, look, this is what I always do. I always do the homework on the entire organizational board. So let's just say John Smith is the owner, okay? They never told me about John Smith. They never dropped his name, but I know because I did the real research on it. That's what I learned inside how to communicate with customers via the internet. It's inside the program right here. It's all right here inside the internet response. So what happens is that, look, I'm going to drop it. Hey, excellent, guys. It seemed like you liked, Andrew, it seemed like you liked what I had shown you today. It seemed like this was going to solve a lot of problems for you. Am I right? Okay.
Right.
You're like, yeah, man, that's right. Okay. So here's what I dropped. Excellent. What do you think John's going to like best about what I shown you today? Okay. Now I start bringing John into the deal. He's not even in the deal yet. But because the real objections are going to come from the other guy who I'm relying. So I pitch my product every single day, and I'm trying to rely on one guy who's seen 15 minutes of my program to go pitch it to somebody else. I'll never get a deal like that. Okay. This is where I've actually got to start asking hard questions. This is where Grant says, look, man, you got to ask the hard questions. You got to ask, hey, dude, and I don't want to undercut the guy. I just want to ask him, Andrew, look, hey, how do me and you team up to get in front of John? It looked like everything we've seen today was a right fit. I know you're going to take it to him. I know you're going to give him a proposal, but typically when John makes decisions like this, what's he like to see?
Okay.
So I'm going to start asking like harder questions, man. I got to actually figure out, dude, hey, we already sold Andrew. He's good. Okay. But now how do I sell John? Because he's the only one in that entire company who's going to write me a check. Okay. You're going to find that all the way throughout this training in here. So you're doing an awesome job of going through sales process. You're doing an awesome job of going through understanding the buyer. And it sounds like you're killing it on the appointments. So great job with that, man. Let me know how that goes on your next appointment and call me back next week, man. We'll discuss how that worked out for you.
We'll do. Thanks,
all right,
Steve.
brother. Hey, take care, man. Have an awesome day. I got Steve. He's calling from New York City. Steve, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing?
Dude, we're doing real good, man. I appreciate you calling in.
I appreciate you taking the time. I'm actually calling today because I'm new in auto sales.
Okay.
But I'm not new to sales, overall. And I'm currently enrolled in Cardone University. I have purchased the Grants Master MP3 package, auto sales MP3 package.
Oh, perfect.
I'm actually trying to get my dealership to get on Cardone On Demand. I've spoken with Sean over there. Sean's been great. I'm doing everything I can to learn everything specific to auto sales, but I still find that even when going through everything, finding it difficult to get over trade-in value objections. And I'm wondering which of the clauses in Cardone U would apply to specifically trade-in value.
So you've got an auto package right now that actually has a program that's called the 1-A-Day Sales Series in it. There's an entire program in there. So a very large portion of that 1-A-Day Sales Series actually goes through negotiating. So how to negotiate ad price, how to negotiate best price, how to negotiate invoice buyers. Okay, we're talking about the true car. Yeah, if I know you've seen those. Those are every car salesman's, worst nightmare. So, that material is inside there. And how to negotiate negative equity. This is a very difficult situation. Dude, so first off, the negative equity is not your responsibility. Okay? It's the customer's, right? But how do you actually negotiate that without saying, hey, bro, that ain't my negative equity? Because you can't say that. That wouldn't get you a deal. So that's where you got to be real smooth and you got to understand, hey, how do I actually work this? And so inside the 1-A-Day Sales Series, you're going to see where Grant he actually walks you through how to negotiate the negative equity in that deal. And then what you're going to find is right here inside the money closes, inside the program, there's a lot in here. So there's 45 different money closes. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to pop in here and just find out, because it just kind of depends, right? So it's really just gonna, depend on what you want to use for that customer, because you might need to use something that would increase somebody's budget. So you may need to master the budget closes. It may be something that would be something of a payment, right? So what I would do is I would identify from what you take from the negotiating piece, and I would pop inside here and I would really take a look at all 45 money closes, And so if you actually take full responsibility for yourself and you know that every objection you get, you create, every salesperson does that. Okay. So if because you probably hear the same objections all the time. Every salesperson hears the same objections all the time, but it's funny because it's it's the same business, different salespeople. Each one of them get different objections. Happens in my office all the time. So what you want to look at is, hey, what do I keep hearing? And then you want to figure out, hey, why is that happening? Okay, because maybe something's happening inside the sales process, inside the fact-finding piece. Maybe I'm not presenting the product. Maybe I'm not presenting alternatives, right? And then when it gets to the close, I'm having to rely on strong closing word tracks when, dude, I really could have cleaned things up a lot better if I did if I was a little bit stronger inside the actual sales process. It's going to make your negotiating a little bit easier. It's going to make the negotiating a little bit more smooth. Does that make sense?
Okay. No, that makes absolute sense.
Perfect.
I just bought the MP3 package, so I haven't gone through every single file yet.
1-A-Day Sales Series, the one that's in there.
The 1-A-Day. All right, I definitely need to check that one out next, because I'll be truthful. The closes that are inside of Cardone U, they're awesome. I'd closed more deals here in my first 30 days than I would have imagined. But,
dude, that's awesome. So the investment that you made as an individual, okay, what'd you spend?
I did it on the holiday special, so I'm on the $199 a month.
Dude, it's a killer deal, right? Have you made your investment back?
Oh, absolutely.
In the first 30 minutes, did you make your investment back?
Probably
pretty close. It was pretty close. It was pretty close.
Probably within the first few days.
Okay, good. The first few days. My man. Okay, good deal, man. Hey, appreciate you giving a call in, Steve. Hey, give me a call next week, man. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear how things are going after you've went through that material.
Awesome,
man. Have an awesome day. Guys, look, every Wednesday I come to you live. We come here Wednesdays, 2 p.m. The reason why we do that is because, look, we got salespeople, business people. They're actually having real problems, real challenges, actually things that are going on in their business. And Grant Cardone created a program called Cardone University and Cardone On Demand. That way you don't have to worry about all those problems, all those challenges every single day. That way you can skill up, bone up, provide for your family, and make your dreams come true. That's what we're doing here every single day, guys. So Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 2 p.m., I'm going to come to you live. Now, today, this Wednesday, right now, we're actually running a special. So we're doing a deal of the day, okay? One of my favorite programs I actually listen to all the time. It's motivation. Rob, is motivation important to you?
Every day.
Every day? You got to be
Every day.
motivated every single day?
Why do I do what I do every day?
Exactly. Look, man, it's going to be important. It's a $149 program, okay? We're selling. Grant's doing a deal today for $29.99. It's at our website, grantcardone.com. It's the deal of the day, 100 ways to stay motivated. Go check it out. It's an unbelievable program. Personally use it. So, guys, I'm going to see you back here next week, next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have an unbelievable week. We'll see you in December.